Ben here at Dreamt Realities. Today we're at C2E2 Day 2, and we're working with Art Baltazar.
That's right.
So what's bringing you in today?
I'm here for Comic-Con to draw for all the kids and spread the cartooning love across the comic universe.
So what kind of cartoons? I'm taking a look at some of the stuff you got here.
Yeah, we're at the IDW booth, and I drew Aw Yea Revolution with Rom and the Micronauts and Transformers and G.I. Joe. It's like a big epic crossover with Hasbro guys, so it's pretty cool.
That's cool. How long you been working on this one for?
This is issue 1. Okay. I got number 2 will be out soon, and then issue 3 I still got to finish. Okay. So yeah, it's been a few months I've been working on it, and it's awesome. It's all set up so I could do a ROM series later.
Nice, okay.
They don't even know that I want that. Well, maybe they do, but I'll do that, yeah.
So, I mean, you've been doing illustration for a while, right?
Yeah, for about 27 years maybe.
27 years?
Yeah, I'm an old guy, yeah.
So what are some things that you've learned along the way?
I don't know, how to draw, how to talk to people, how to
it's always
panels
fun, right?
and stuff, yeah. But I've always been a cartoonist since I'm a little kid. I've always drawn cartooning. I watched a lot of cartoons like Miguel Gorilla and Flintstones. I've always, when in the beginning, I tried to show my portfolios to companies, but I was too cartoony and it wasn't the style. So I published my own books, and then when I published my own books, I got the attention of DC Comics and Disney and stuff. And DC Comics called me one day, and I had a book called Patrick the Wolf Boy, and they said, would you like to do Patrick the Wolf Boy comics for us, but with our characters? I'm like, sure. So that's how it happened. And I remember hanging up the phone thinking, wait a minute, I just got a job with DC Comics.
I was gonna say,
I didn't have to pitch them, they called me. And I didn't know about all this time I draw these little hurtin' cartoony sketches, but I was selling them for $1 to all of the editors at DC and Marvel, and all these guys were getting in line and buying them. And so everyone started, they knew my art and they loved me when they met me because I'm easygoing and funny, and I'm always saying, oh yeah, man. So that was it, that's why I got it. And then it turned into Itty Bitty Hellboy, and then now that's why we call it Aw Yea Revolution, because I say Aw Yea. I have stores called Aw Yea Comics, that's my guy Action Cat. So I'm all in, man. I do this for a living. I work out of my house. I barely see daylight. I draw constantly. I'm only awake to draw, sleep, you gotta sleep. So draw and to eat. Maybe I watch boxing on Saturday nights.
But it's what you're passionate about.
Yeah, man, it's awesome. My kids are growing, they need shoes, so I draw all the time.
So I know that you said that when you got the call from DC Comics, it really you didn't realize until later. When did it hit you? When were you like, I am working for DC Comics?
It hit me when I hung up the phone, because the girl who called me, I know her, Jan Jones. We were friends from the shows, and I'm talking to her, and I was washing dishes, and my kids were eating cereal. My kids were about 3 and 1. The next few days, I kept getting calls because they sent the editors to Barnes & Noble and Borders to pick up my trade paperbacks to Patrick the Wolf Boy, and my editor kept calling me back, and the publisher called me, and it was kind of cool. They said, we like this Patrick guy, and it was cool.
Yeah, that would have been really dope. I would have just been blown away, right?
Yeah, and before that, I was working on Gorilla with Disney Adventures. Remember, you're probably too young to remember. It's weird to say that, but in 2003, I started working on, there's a Disney, it was a little digest comic that was sold in grocery stores. Okay. You might have been about 6, maybe. But I know a lot of kids now are saying, they're in college and they're getting married or having babies. Dude, I read your books when I was little. And it don't seem long. It's over 10 years, 15 years.
Yeah.
But this book would sell like 1.5 million copies every week or every month in the grocery store because Hannah Montana was on a cover, or Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man movie. And parents would buy it for their kids, but inside that book was my Gorilla comic strip. And at conventions, when kids would see me, they'd freak out because they recognized my art, but none of the parents knew who I were. I worked with Disney for about 5 years, and when I got the Tiny Titan job with DC, that overlapped. So I was working with DC and Disney for 6 months.
That's not a bad problem to have.
And that's going from like self-publishing to bam, you get DC and Disney. And I wanted to go back to my college and show my teachers, like, look, you said it wouldn't happen, but look.
So if people want to check out like all the cool art, they want to see what you're doing, where can people find you at?
I'm on artbaltazar.com. I'm on Facebook. We have stores called Aw Yea Comics, awyeacomics.com. I'm on Twitter. I'm all over the place.
I really appreciate you taking the time out to talk to us.
You're a good man.
Yeah, Ben again with Art from, we're here with Dreamt Realities, C2E2 Day 2. Later, guys.
awyeacomics.com.